Let's pause for silence. Om. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8. We'll chant the first 7 verses.
Uvacha Kim tad brahma kimadhyatmam Kim karma purushottama Adhibhütam cha kim proktam Adhidaivam kimuchyate Adhiyajñah katham kotra Dehesmin madhusudana Prayanakale cha katham Nyeyosi niyatatmabhihi Shri Bhagavanuvacha Aksharam Brahma Paramam Swabhavodhyatma muchyate Bhuta bhavodbhavakaraha Visargah karma sanyitaha Adhibhütam ksharo bhavaha Purushashchadhidaivatam Adhiyajñohamevatra Dehe dehabhritambara Antakale cha mameva Smaran muktva kalevaram Yah prayati samadbhavam Yati nastyatra samshayah Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam Tyajatyante kalevaram Tam tamevaiti kaunteya Sada tadbhava bhavitaha
Vitaha.
Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu Mamanusmara yudhyacha Mayyarpitamano buddhihi Mame vaishyasya samshayaha.
So there is a question from one of you. Who is the questioner?
Beena.
Bina. Bina, are you there? Yeah, are you attending, Bina?
Amitji, we can see her logged in. We cannot see. So I'm not sure she's in class right now.
Okay. So anyway, It's a very basic and useful question for all of us. And you can share the recording with her. So Bina's question is, are vasanas immutable? Can they be changed? Is the easiest way to put it. Vasanas I can't read the whole question. What is it? Can vasanas be changed, right? Can vasanas be changed or altered in a person's lifetime? So that is Bina's question. Now, vasana and desires is one and the same. So if you don't understand the word vasana, you can use the word desires. So can desires be changed or altered in a person's lifetime? Is the question in effect. But when you use the word vasana, then explanation becomes complete. Vasana is nothing but the source of desires. Desires are manifest, vasanas are unmanifest. So we often talk about chronology of action. Vasana, thought, desire, action. Vasana produces thought, thought produces desire, desire produces an action. So if you go backward, where there is action, it has to be backed by the desire. Where did the desire come from? The thought. Where did the thought come from? Vasana. So it's a complete explanation. But if you don't understand the word vasana, you can use the word desire. So can desires be changed? Yes, only a human being can change his or her desires. No other creature can do that. So that's the magic of human birth, isn't it? A dog will be born with dog's vasanas, dog's desires. They can't tamper with their desires. A lion is born with lion's desires. They can't change their desires. But only when it comes to us, you can change the desires to begin with. And the ultimate perfection in a human being is when you completely remove your desires. You eliminate your desires, which is called a state of self-realization. And how you change your desires, how you eliminate your desires is through knowledge of Vedanta, through knowledge of scriptures. So it's a gradual process. So first we have to be aware that yes, we have the capacity to change our desires, change our vasanas. But that's not the only thing. So the ultimate purpose of human life is to eliminate all our vasanas. And when you do that, you reach a state of self-realization or God realization. So it's a gradual process. We had that pyramid PowerPoint, Vijay, or Makrand. Yeah, so it becomes very easy. So a person who is not spiritually developed at all, he or she has a lot of desires, inundated with desires. And also the quality is poor. Not only quantity is too much, the quality also is not good, like all selfish, gross desires. So that's the bottommost. But as you start evolving with the help of this knowledge, you start putting efforts. Gradually, your desires start reducing. So the quantity drops and the quality improves. So like that, you can go to the top of the pyramid. So your desires reduce, less, still less. Towards the end, hardly any desires are left. So that's a state of meditation. The only desire left is desire to know the truth, desire to realize the self. And through meditation, last desire or the last few desires, they are removed. And when you do that, you reach a state of perfection, which is called a state of desirelessness, or state of self realization. So, to answer Bina's question, yes, every human being has the capacity to change, not only change, eliminate his or her desires. So, if you use the word desires for vasanas, it becomes very easy. So, you can share the recording with her, Radha.
Yes, Amitji.
So, are we okay with this group? Because these words we keep on using repeatedly. So, it's nothing complicated, it's quite simple. Vasana, thought, desire, action. This is called as chronology of an action. So, wherever there is a thought, from where that thought is coming from the Vasana, the very source of your personality. And then there is a manifestation of that Vasana, thought, desire, and action. So, it's a simple concept. So, some of you have been sending questions, like rather there have been queries that you are brand new to this class and we are already on chapter 7 or chapter 8, whatever. Is it the right time to join? So, this forum is cyclical. This format of education which we are following here is cyclical. By cyclical, I mean wherever you join, that becomes the beginning of your study. So you join when chapter 8 is going on, you complete with chapter 7. So it will take whatever X amount of time. This is how it is done in Vedanta Academy in India. The exact format we follow. Students can join the course anytime. We get students from all over the world and it is cyclical. So you don't have to worry. I don't know, should I wait till chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita starts? I mean, you'll have to wait for another 3 to 4 years. Number one. Number two, we don't recommend going back to the previous chapters and to watch the recordings. It is not required, it won't be productive. So you won't be able to concentrate either on what is being taught, and it will be too much to catch up on your own. So have patience. All these concepts, they are repeated over and over again. Within 4 to 5 months, you will be able to catch up. And also on the side, if you are really interested to pursue this knowledge, there are various other formats, activities available. Like every Thursday, we have a small group discussion where you can raise your questions, like how Bina asked. And there are senior students who have been attending these classes for 6 7 years. So they will try to answer your questions, and the same question will come to me, and eventually I will also answer. It's called as question and answer session. We do it once in a month, twice in a month, depending on how many questions are there. Also, apart from Bhagavad Gita, we study in a sequence Swamiji's 4 other books, which is a basic course to understand Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. Without studying those 4 books, it is rather difficult to straight away plunge into Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. But if you don't have time, not to worry. I mean, the way it is explained here, I mean, I try to explain the basics as much as possible. But if you are sincere, if you feel you have time, every Sunday we do other books. For example, we studied Follow the Human Intellect. Correct me if I am wrong. Then we are right now on the book The Holocaust of Attachment. After that, we will take up the book on self-management, which is called as Governing Business and Relationships. After that, Vedanta Treatise will follow, which is the main book, Vedanta Treatise, the Eternities. So there is enough study material for you to follow this subject, depends on your interest. But if somebody is brand new and you just want to start with one class, that much time you can devote. Stick to Bhagavad Gita and don't worry about what you have missed. Just listen. within 4 to 5 months, you will have enough clarity. And you can always clarify with me. Even during this class, I always give you some time towards the end. Or you can send questions to me like how Bina has sent, isn't it? So that's the way to go about. So any doubts about this? All right. So we started chapter 8 last week, and we completed verse number 1 and 2. So verse number 1 and 2 is Arjuna's questions. See, some of the chapters they start with Krishna's sermon. Some of the chapters they start with Arjuna's question. So Arjuna's questions, they are continuation of the previous chapter, chapter 7. So towards the end, verse number, I think 29, 30, Krishna mentions some words, ABC, and Arjuna wants to clarify them. Can you please explain to me what do they mean? So he fires 7 questions at Krishna. Can we have the PowerPoint? So we had in-depth discussion last week. I'm just trying to recap. So these are the questions he's asking to Krishna. Can you explain to me what is Brahman, meaning supreme reality? What is Atman? What is action? What is above elements? What is above gods? What is above sacrifice? How do I know that I have reached the state of self-realization? You know, these are the 7 questions. So these are the terms which were contemporary for 5,000 years back. That is when Gita is said to be written. So you don't have to worry about these terms. What you have to understand is the concept, the principle. So for that, we showed the chart. Yeah. And this chart is in the book Vedanta Treatise, but in case you want to note down or want to take a photo, you can keep this as a reference. So it is nothing but a human personality. So supreme reality is all pervading. And wherever there are vasanas or wherever there is body, mind, intellect, that combination produces life, which is you and I. So every human being has got body, mind, intellect. And then it explains the chart. Body has got organs of perception, organs of action, with minds to feel emotions. Intellect is of 2 types, gross and subtle intellect. So using these 3 material equipments, you perceive, you act, you feel, you think, you contemplate. And entire personality is enlivened by God principle, which is called as Atman, as far as individual is concerned. But when it comes to the totality, we use the word Brahman. It's same. Brahman and Atman, they are same. And that God principle is neutral. It just enlivens our personality. So it's a very basic chart, not difficult to understand. This is what we covered last week. And then the thought flow continues. Krishna starts answering Arjuna's questions one by one. But with that chart, it's very simple. So let's chant verse number 3, please.
श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरः विसर्गः कर्मसंज्ञितः श्रीभगवानुवाच अक्षरं ब्रह्म परमं स्वभावोऽध्यात्ममुच्यते भूतभावोद्भवकरः विसर्गः कर्मसंज्ञितः
Shri Bhagavan Vacha, the Blessed Lord said, Brahman is the imperishable. Akshara Brahmam Paramam is oft quoted. Those who are familiar with scriptures, you will often say it, People quote this. Akshara Brahmam Paramam. Brahman is imperishable. Supreme reality is imperishable. His own being, Subhava, is called Adhyátma, meaning Atman. The creative force that causes the birth of beings is called karma, action. So Krishna answers three questions here. What is Brahman? What is Adhyatma, meaning what is Atman? And what is karma? What is action? So we already had in-depth discussion that Brahman and Atman, they are one and the same. It's like total electricity and electricity functioning in a particular bulb. They are one and the same. You can't really differentiate. So similarly, supreme reality is all pervading. And wherever there is body, mind, intellect, wherever there are vasanas, there is expression of life, which is you and me. The simpler way to understand this is spirit plus matter produces life. Matter is nothing but body, mind, intellect. So body, mind, intellect has no life in it. Spirit has no life in it. But combination of spirit and matter produces life, which is nothing but you and me. So the word we use is jiva. Jiva means individuality. So this individuality is a combination of spirit and matter. Body is gross matter, mind and intellect is subtle matter. Both are matter. And that matter, combination of body, mind, intellect, is enlivened by spirit. And then you get this expression of life. And then that jiva, that individual, he is functioning in the world. Karma meaning action. So you perceive the sense objects, meaning you hear, you smell, you taste, you touch, you hear. That's what we mean by perception. You feel various emotions, you act with your body, you think, you contemplate. So perceiver, actor, feeler, thinker, contemplator, meaning action. That is individuality. It's quite simple. And why it is so? Because that is the swabhava, that's the nature of supreme reality. What is that nature? Wherever there are vasanas, these vasanas are enlivened by supreme reality. That's the nature. Wherever there is combination of spirit and matter, there is individual. So to understand this concept, we often give example of sun and its rays and ocean and waves. So it becomes easy. So the nature of sun is its rays. That is the nature of the sun, isn't it? And wherever there is reflecting medium, there is reflected sun. So I repeat, the swabhava, the nature of the sun is its rays. That is sun. And wherever there is reflecting medium, you see a reflected sun. But the sun above has got nothing to do with the reflecting medium. If the reflecting medium is shaking, the mirror is shaking, the reflected sun appears to be shaking, but the actual sun is not shaking, isn't it? If the reflecting medium is broken, the mirror is broken, the sun appears broken, but sun is not broken. If mirror is blue, sun appears blue. If mirror is green, sun appears green. But sun has got nothing to do with the reflecting medium. So it is a swabhav. So it has got nothing to do with the qualities of a reflecting medium, the sun. The second example is ocean and the waves. So wherever there is ocean, the swabhava, the nature of the ocean is to produce waves because of its vastness. Small body of water, there are no waves. Right next to my house, just 5 minutes driving distance, is Orchard Lake, one of the biggest lakes in this part of the city. But you can't see waves there. But if you go to the ocean, I mean, some of you must have been the ocean. I mean, it's massive. So the vastness of the ocean produces waves. That is its swabhav. Due to that vastness, waves are produced. So that's the meaning of the word swabhava. And waves are perishable. Ocean is imperishable. Waves, they are born, they exist, and they die. But ocean has no birth, ocean has no death. It is imperishable. So that's the comparison. Supreme reality is imperishable. That combination, which is you and me, has birth and death. There's no such thing for supreme reality. Number one. Number two, all the disturbances are at the surface level. I'm talking about the waves. When there is a hurricane and we see the like photos or pictures people they take, it is scary. I don't know, 50 feet, 100 feet, maybe more, massive waves everywhere. But if you go to the bottom or even few hundred feet below, 300, 400 feet below the surface, it's all calm and quiet. It's absolutely serene, absolutely tranquil, the ocean. So similarly, all the disturbances are at body, mind, intellect level because your identification is with body, mind, intellect. So you're caught up. World will disturb your body, mind, intellect. You cannot do anything about that. So I like this, I don't like that. I'm going through good emotions, I'm going through bad emotions. He agrees with me, he doesn't agree with me at intellectual level. All these disturbances are at surface level, body, mind, intellect level. But the core of your personality, which is Atman, which is God principle, has got absolutely nothing to do with it. It is calm, quiet, tranquil, serene, seat of absolute peace and absolute bliss, infinite peace, infinite bliss. So it depends on where is your identification. And every human being has that capacity. That's what makes us human. That you can either identify with body, mind, intellect, or you can identify with the core of your personality, which is Atman, which is Brahman, which is supreme reality, and that's your real personality. So you have to exercise that choice by using this knowledge. Waves, they rise and fall, isn't it? Ocean doesn't rise and fall. So similarly, everything in the world has a shelf life. Everything is impermanent. It has a beginning, it has the end. Best of things, they have to end. Worst of things, they have to end. Nothing is permanent. Success comes and goes. Money may come and go. Power may come and go. Youth comes and goes. Name, fame comes and goes. Acquisition, indulgences, they come and go. Indulgences, they have to end at some stage. So whatever goes up like a wave has to come down. But nothing is permanent. Only thing which is permanent is supreme reality. So therefore, you must try to reach the permanent aspect of your personality. And as a human being, you and I have that choice. No other creature can do that. So we keep on repeating this. Why human birth is so special, why it is a gift from the God, as it were. Why are you born as a human being? Because of this unique capacity to rise above all these disturbances, transcend all these disturbances, and identify with the core of your personality, which is nothing but supreme reality. So, therefore, he says, Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Try to by heart this. It has that punch. Brahman is imperishable. Supreme reality is imperishable. So when you translate that into English, it loses that punch. So certain words are good to know. Akshara Brahmam Paramam. So I am that supreme reality. So 3 questions are answered here. But already if you refer to the chart, it becomes quite simple in case you're getting confused. And then the thought flow continues. Verse number 4.
Adhibhütam क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चाधिदैवतम् Adhiyajòaç dehe dehभृतां वर Adhibhütam क्षरो भावः पुरुषश्चाधिदैवतम् Adhiyajòaç dehe dehभृतां वर
Adhibhütam is the perishable nature, and Adhidaivatam is the indweller. I alone am the Adhyátma here in the body, or best of the embodied. So Adhibhuta is your body, physical body, which is referred to as gross body. Adhidaivata is mind and intellect. It's already discussed in the chart. And Adi Yajna is nothing but Atman, that God principle in you. So supreme reality is above body, mind, and intellect. So again, it's a repetition that body, mind, intellect has no life in it. Atman has no life in it. But the combination produces life. Are you clear with this concept? Already 2 or 3 times we have discussed it. That Atman or God principle or spirit has no life in it. Body, mind, intellect has no life in it. But the combination produces life, which is you and me. And you and me, every human being, has a choice to manage his or her personality the way you want to. God principle has got nothing to do with it. Without God principle, without Atman, body, mind, intellect cannot function. Number 1. But how you manage your body, mind, intellect? God principle has got absolutely nothing to do with it. It is neutral. It just enlivens. You can manage it positively, you can manage it negatively. God is not responsible in layman's language. You can be the most beneficial person to yourself to begin with, to family members, to society, to everybody. Or you could be the most destructive person. Both use same Atman. So in layman's language, what terrorist does and what Sen does, both actions are enlivened by Atman, the God principle. But God principle has got nothing to do with how they manage their personality. We often give petrol example, gas example. But without gas, without petrol, no car can function, isn't it? But how that car is driven, petrol has got nothing to do with it. If you're a reckless driver and if you meet with an accident, you cannot blame petrol. You can't go to the Costco gas station and start fighting with that person who is managing. You gave me bad gas. There is no such thing. So Atman is neutral, God principle is neutral. You have a choice how to manage your personality. So you can become a saint or you can become the worst person in the world. That choice is given to you. So I repeat, how you manage body, mind, intellect, what you perceive, what actions you perform, what emotions you entertain, what thoughts you entertain, you have that choice. You can use it positively, you can use it negatively. Same body, mind, intellect can be used to purify your personality. Same body, mind, intellect can be used to pollute your personality with all sorts of negative activities. God principle is neutral. Are you following the thought flow? And then verse number 5 and 6, they are very important. He makes it absolutely clear that how can you change your life, like literally like brick by brick. So you have the capacity to push it, as it were, to the right direction or towards the negative direction. So we'll chant verse number 5, please.
अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन्मुक्त्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावम् याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन्मुक्त्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावम् याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः.
And he who casting off the body goes forth thinking of me alone, meaning supreme reality, at the time of death, he attains my being. There is no doubt about this. Yati nastyatra samshaya. It's a vehement declaration. It's a law of life. Now, 5 and 6, they explain a very fascinating concept. But unfortunately, most people take these verses literally. So there is no guidance. There is nobody is teaching them Bhagavad Gita. So if you take this verse literally, you will get into absurdity. That whatever you want to do entire life, and just before you die on your deathbed in ICU, entertain thoughts of supreme reality. You will become supreme reality, or you will go in that direction. I mean, it's absolutely defies all logic and reason. So, what we understand here, follow it step by step, that your life, your personality functions on law of causation. Whole world functions on law of causation. Law of causation is law of cause and effect. For every cause, there is an effect. For every effect, there is a cause. So, your present personality is nothing but a cumulative effect of all your past perceptions, actions, feelings, and thoughts from this moment backwards. Say, I repeat, your present life, whatever you are, is a cumulative effect of all your past activities at physical, emotional, intellectual levels of your personality from this moment backwards. It could be positive, it could be negative, it could be combination of both. So you have created that. You are responsible for it. So your one last good action cannot negate the entire past. This is the easiest way to understand. You know, I'm magnifying somebody who is a serial killer. You know, it's killed 10, 15, 20 innocent victims. There have been so many serial killers in America. It's scary, but if you watch some of the documentaries, you can see that. And somebody is on a deathbed. He is about to get a lethal injection, and they ask, can you make a statement? Like, I have like $1,000 left with me, so I want to give it to charity. It's a good act. We're not saying that gentleman is doing a negative act, but that one positive act cannot negate the entire life of negativity, which we can't even imagine. Are you with me? Or even now, forget about death. You have lived a particular life, and one action you do right now, one lecture you attend, is your personality going to change? Or I understood, like, my nature is supreme reality. Genuinely, you mean that? Does that mean you are going to become supreme reality? Does that mean you're going to leave these higher values of life and living in your day-to-day life by attending just one lecture? So it takes a while. It's a common sense. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So your personality is cumulative effect of all your past actions from this moment backwards. We often give bank example. In this context, it is very useful. So your bank balance, your present bank balance, it won't depend upon your last transaction in your account. You put $5,000 into your account. See, it's not going to change your past bank balance. I mean, you owe, let's say, $250,000 to the bank. You deposit $5,000. It's not going to wipe out your debt. So your present bank balance is a combination of debit and credit transactions from this moment backwards. One credit, one debit is not going to make any difference. So it becomes easy to understand bank balance. So it's a cumulative effect of all banking transactions from this moment backwards, which you yourself have performed, nobody else. Number one. Number two, so first is life is based on law of causation. Are we clear about that? Second point is your life goes in the direction of a resultant thought. It's not you think about something and you steer your life in that particular direction. It doesn't happen. It is the resultant. It takes the direction, the course towards the resultant thought. You don't want to yell at your partner. Still, you end up yelling at him or her. Thought is not to yell at him or her, but still you yell. Why are you yelling? The resultant is taking you in that direction. Simple example I am giving you. And in physics, there is a concept called as law of parallelogram of the forces. The law of parallelogram of the forces. It's a simple law. So imagine there is an object and there are two, we have the power point, we have two equal forces on that object. O is that object. And there are two equal forces, vertical force and horizontal force, F1 and F2. Object will move in a different direction, R1. It will not move in the direction of F1 and F2. This is law of physics. Where there is no force, R1 meaning there is no force in that direction, but still object is going in that direction. So it is a law of physics. So therefore we are saying Your life goes in the direction of a resultant thought. It takes that course. See, whole life you have been functioning, most people, indiscriminately for no fault of yours. You have no knowledge, intellect is not developed. So, indiscriminately, you have been involved in perception, actions, feelings, and thoughts. So many different opposite forces you are creating. See, that physics example is very simple. There are just two forces, F1 and F2. Object goes in the direction of R1 where there is no force. But as far as you and I are concerned, how many forces, opposing forces you are creating? Different desires, different feelings, different emotions. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative, some of them could be combination of both. So therefore, your thought goes towards the resultant. You take that direction. So therefore, I gave example. You don't mean to yell at your partner genuinely. Still, you may end up screaming at him or her for no reason. Your resultant is taking you in that direction. So one thought cannot change the direction of your life. Are you with me? If you take it literally, then one thought, okay, you think about supreme reality, oh, boom, the whole life changes. It's not going to happen. So therefore, you have to be extremely alert about what actions you are performing, what feelings you are entertaining, what thoughts you are entertaining. Deep in the forest, you're gone hiking away from civilization. You are entertaining negative thought in your tent. It will have the consequences. It's a law of cause and effect. You can't escape. But similarly, all your activities are positive. You're entertaining to begin with. Your perception is positive, meaning you are contacting the positive aspect of the world. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, what you eat, everything is conducive for your personality. Everything is positive to the best of your ability. You try. Your feelings are positive. You have that intellectual clarity. Your thoughts are positive. Everything adds up. So eventually, the resultant will take you towards something higher and towards the divinity. Otherwise, few sporadic good actions, thoughts, they're not going to change your personality. You may be genuine, your intention may be good, but there are so many opposing forces. That is why you find, I mean, I keep getting this feedback from so many people. I genuinely want to follow this. I want to attend lectures, but good many of them, they fizzle out. And they're not faking it, they mean it. But the resultant takes them towards materiality and sensuality. So this the law of that your action goes in towards the direction of the resultant is applicable moment to moment. Meaning now, future also it will continue to be applicable. And same principle applies at the time of reincarnation. So you don't have, if you don't understand reincarnation, don't worry. Same principle applies. You don't know it, therefore you don't understand it. But if you go by your present experience, exactly same principle is applying. So how can it not apply in the future? So this law of causation, your life goes towards the resultant is applicable moment to moment, will be applicable in the future, will be applicable during reincarnation, and the same law will take you towards self realization. If your entire personality is fine tuned for that, by default, your personality will merge with the self. That's the last resultant. And he very strongly says this is the law. Yati nasyatra samshayah. It's a law of life. It's a vehement declaration. So sometimes in the scriptures we will find they quote, there are quotations. Krishna is quoting Upanishadic masters. That's the source of this knowledge. Or he gives logic and reason. Tasmat, tasmat, meaning therefore. Throughout you will find this expression. Or there's a vehement declaration. It's a law of life, brother. Wake up. And if you wake up, if you understand what he's saying, then it's very easy to understand that you make yourself, you unmake yourself. There is no extraneous factor which is responsible for positive or negative which is happening to you. This is what people don't understand. We keep blaming somebody else throughout our life. You make yourself, you mar yourself. And how you do that? Brick by brick, perception by perception, action by action, feeling by feeling, thought by thought. You build your personality. And then the resultant direction will be positive by default. And then the thought flow continues in verse number 6. So with when we study verse number 6, it will be clear, the concept. Verse number 6, please.
Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam Tyajatyante kalevaram Tam tamevaiti kaunteya Sada tad bhava bhavitaha Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam Tyajatyante kalevaram Tam tamevaiti kaunteya Sada tad bhava bhavitaha
Yum yum, of whatever being one thinks at the end while leaving the body, to that alone one goes. That's the direction you take. O Kaunteya, O Arjuna, because of constantly thinking of that being. So very, very important verse. So what is telling us? As you think, so you become. This is the law of life. As you think, so you become is the law of life. When we say think, understood, it is followed by actions. That goes without saying. So if you are interested in law, you're thinking of law all the time, you end up becoming a lawyer. Constantly your thoughts are going in that direction. If you are constantly entertaining thoughts of business, you end up becoming a businessman. If you are constantly thinking of indulgences, nothing else, you end up becoming an indulgent person. So similarly, if you are constantly thinking higher values of life, this is what we are studying. Sooner or later, you will imbibe these values in your life, and your life will take you towards the direction of supreme reality. So it starts with one innocuous thought to begin with. And when you repeat that thought, not mechanically, meaning it brings about that change in your personality. So therefore, I gave example from day-to-day life. You think of golf all the time. We are waiting, when the weather is going to warm up, next 3 months, you will find yourself on a golf course. We're not saying it is wrong or whatever you're doing. So as you think, so you become is the law of life. Are we okay with this? If thoughts are positive, you will find yourself in a positive environment. If your thoughts are negative, you will find yourself in a negative environment. if you have thoughts for spiritual evolution, if you are devotional, you will find yourself in such forums or in a place of worship like a temple or a church or whatever, synagogue. If your thoughts are for gambling, if your thoughts are for whatever, taking drugs, you will find yourself in that particular environment. So your thoughts are creating that environment, meaning followed by actions. It is understood. So this is happening throughout your life, moment to moment. And this applies now and will apply in the future also. Therefore, he says it's without doubt. So right now, why are you in this classroom? Simple example. What brought you this classroom? And let's assume this is a positive environment. What brought you to this classroom for an hour? As you think, so you become. Your own thoughts brought you to this environment, nothing else. There are people who have been associated with this knowledge. I'm talking about in this group. Many of them are familiar faces to me. So you have made a lot of changes to your life, positive changes I am talking about over a period of past 5 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. So how come your lifestyle is different from what it used to be 10 years back? Most of your life is associated with positive things. I also everything, in fact. It was not the case maybe 10 years back, 15 years back. So your thoughts changed, everything around you changed. I don't know whether Radha is attending. I mean, I don't want to give these examples, but they are useful. She went all the way to India to serve her guru for 2 weeks, 15 days, 20 days. If you don't believe me, ask her when she's here next time. I don't see her today. She's not there today, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But the interesting, I mean, it's a unique opportunity. I'm not saying that makes us superior and us inferior. I'm just giving you the example. I mean, where do you get that opportunity? But the same person 30 years back, her father told her about Vedanta Academy. Swamiji had just started 30 years back, 32 years back, and she was a young girl that time. I don't know, 2021. Not for me. And then 30 years she was in a particular environment. I'm not saying negative or whatever, but like routine, mundane life. So thoughts changed, everything changes. So therefore we say, you are nothing but what your thoughts are. As you think, so you become. And same principle applies at the time of death, at the time of reincarnation. It's not that some magic is going to happen. You go to bed today, you're going to wake up as the same person tomorrow. You're not going to be a different person, isn't it? So the same principle applies. So your thoughts, your desires deserve a particular embodiment and environment. Same thing is happening now. Same thing is going to happen in the future. Your thoughts, your desires, they deserve a particular embodiment or environment. It could be positive, it could be negative. It depends on you. And it is conducive to fulfill your particular desires. If you're entertaining sensual desires all the time, you will be born in a sensual place. If you're desires and thoughts are predominantly, like spiritual, divine, or higher or pure, you will find yourself in that particular environment. Same thing is happening right now. Don't worry about the future. And even towards the end period of your life, your thoughts will be based on the resultant desires, which we already discussed. Suddenly, they won't change. If you want to change, I mean, it's a lifetime effort. So reincarnation is nothing but transfer of thoughts and desires, and you will take a different embodiment in a different environment according to your resultant thoughts and desires. Some people ask why I'm born in poverty, why I'm born in these particular circumstances. Nobody wants to be born in poverty. Nobody wants to be born in challenging circumstances where there is harassment or whatever. It is your resultant which is taking you in that direction. You need to understand that. And chapter 6, he already discussed. When Arjuna asks him, what will happen if I don't reach the ultimate state of self-realization? He says, nothing will go to waste. He says, you'll be born in the house of yogis, born in the house of pure people, meaning in a very positive environment. But if you can't relate to that, it is in the unknown, I understand. You take it your this present life. And it is happening to everybody. So it's your thoughts which bring about the change. Otherwise, you could be in a positive environment and you will remain very mundane. See, last month I had gone to one of the places here. No, I mean, we have been wanting to do a public lecture to serve the local community. Yes, online, so many people are attending. But after COVID, not too many in-person activities are happening. So, I mean, we felt that we need to do something for the local community. People staying in 20, 30 miles area, they can come. So I went to one place of worship. Just an example, please. I mean, I'm not saying it is positive or negative. So there is a prayer hall where I mean, it can fit in perhaps like 200 people. So somebody took me there and they were showing it to me. So right in front of that hall, the prayer hall, maybe 5 feet away, 10 feet away, I found group of people playing carom. No, I'm not saying it is wrong. I'm not saying it is wrong. I mean, you are face to face with God and you are playing carom. I'm not against playing that. You could play at home, maybe in a different place, but right to the entrance of a prayer room, you are playing carom. So the point is your resultant. That's the resultant. Are you with me? The intention is not to criticize anybody. I'm not saying what they are doing is wrong. What else they will do? All of us will do perhaps the same thing. If our resultant is taking us in that direction, so you may be in a positive environment, but your resultant will be very mundane and negative. So therefore, you find some of the places of worship they have been reduced to a social clubs. I'm not saying every place of worship is like that. People go and openly they say we go there to socialize. I mean, it's a place for worship to tune into something higher, but your resultant will not allow you to think of something higher. You will be pinned down to mundane thoughts because of resultants. And if you apply the same principle, same law, if you go on entertaining really gross thoughts, then perhaps you could be reincarnated even as an animal. And it's nothing negative. It is a blessing from a nature. You want to kill. The serial killers, we keep giving examples. I don't know, Ted Bundy killed how many innocent people? We don't know. 20, 30, 40, 50, known innocent women he killed. In human life, it is not allowed. No society will allow. But as a tiger, as a lion, as hyena, it is allowed. In fact, we go on a safari. The most popular animal is what? You won't go and see a lamb. Those who have been to South Africa or any safari, which animal you want to see? Without which safari is not complete. Which animal?
Lion.
Lion. And what is lion doing? Day in and day out. What is he doing?
Hunting.
Hunting. He will hunt you also. And you and me also. If you get down. I mean, he's killing. Which is, we appreciate, we allow that. But human body, it is not allowed. But if your thoughts become that it's not easy for a human being to slip into animal embodiment, but there is a strong possibility if somebody goes on entertaining gross thoughts. Every city in the world, if you visit, there is an underbelly, isn't it? A particular kind of a life, and there are people who are born there. Why are you born in that particular gross environment? Your own thoughts, your own desires take you there. So therefore, be careful. Every action, every emotion, every feeling, every thought, you have to be so careful. That is why we chant 3 shantis, after every prayer. Shanti, shanti, shanti. First shanti is the loudest. Second shanti is slightly softer. Third shanti is almost in whispers. So that loud shanti is we tell, okay, let there be peace in the total environment. And let there be peace in my immediate environment. Let there be peace within me. It's all symbolic. By chanting, you chant 3 shantis, not everything is going to change. That's the commitment. But if we do it collectively, individually, and collectively, we'll be in a very peaceful society. So either individually or collectively, you create your environment, positive or negative. So therefore, he says it's a law of life, and how the whole thing starts. As you think, so you become. So you learn 3 things today. As you think, so you become. It's a law of life. Number 2, law of causation. And number 3, life goes to the direction of the resultant force. So if you understand these 3 things, it's more than enough. So that's the message. Now, if you try to understand verse number 5 and 6 literally, you will not understand anything. In fact, you'll get confused. So let's conclude for today. We overshot the time. It was necessary. It's a little bit long explanation. Any quick question which is really bothering you from what we discussed today? So you can always send a question to me, like how Bina sent. Same email, study class, you can send. Coordinators, they will forward it to me. But anything you want me to explain from what was discussed today? Anything not clear? I know we covered a lot of ground today, but it's easy. All right, great. So either my presentation was clear, I confused you, I don't know. Therefore, no questions. But I will see you tomorrow in case you attend our Sunday class. Otherwise, next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amitji.
Thank you, Amitji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amitji.
Thank you,
Thank
Amaji.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.